Hello, I'm Zuhal Reed, Senior Attorney in Medmarc's Risk Management Department, and I would like to welcome you to Medmarc's Risk Management video series on clinical trials. Part 5 of this series will focus on the critical topic of vetting your Institutional Review Board, or IRB. Ensuring your IRB is appropriately qualified and prepared is essential for mitigating risks in your clinical trials. This video will cover questions like, what is an IRB? Why is IRB oversight crucial for clinical trials? And how can you vet your IRB to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements? First off, what is an IRB and why is it important? Per the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, an IRB is a group that has been formally designated to review and monitor biomedical research involving human subjects. In accordance with FDA regulations, an IRB has the authority to approve, require modifications in, or disapprove research. This group review serves an important role in the protection of rights and welfare of human research subjects. So what this really means is that an IRB acts as a safeguard for participants in clinical trials, ensuring their safety and ethical treatment. For example, if a new drug is being tested, the IRB is supposed to make sure that the study design minimizes risks and protects the health of the participants. An effective IRB review process helps to identify potential risks and takes appropriate measures to minimize these risks. This oversight is crucial for maintaining compliance with federal regulations and for ensuring the credibility of your clinical trial data. Now let's delve into how you can vet your IRB to ensure it is capable and compliant. Here are the key steps and considerations. Qualifications and experience. The first thing you want to do is to ensure that your IRB members have the appropriate qualifications and experience. Members should have diverse expertise, including medical, scientific, and ethical knowledge to adequately review the clinical trial protocols. Regulatory compliance. Verify that the IRB complies with FDA regulations and guidelines, as well as any other relevant regulatory requirements. For example, you can review the IRB's operating procedures and past audit results to ensure they follow FDA guidelines. You might also request documentation or certification of compliance from the IRB. Institutional credentials. Check the institutional credentials and accreditation status of the IRB. Accredited IRBs are often better equipped with the necessary infrastructure and processes to conduct thorough reviews. Remember that not all IRBs are accredited. While using an unaccredited IRB is not recommended, some clinical trials might still use them. However, be aware that this increases the risk of oversight issues and non-compliance with regulations. Review processes. Evaluate the IRB's review processes and procedures. Ensure that they have a robust system for initial and continuing review of research protocols, and that they are capable of promptly addressing any concerns or issues that arise during the trial. Conflict of interest. Assess the IRB's policies for managing conflicts of interest. Members should not have a direct stake in the research they are reviewing to ensure unbiased decision-making. Training and education. Ensure that the IRB members receive ongoing training and education to stay current with evolving regulations and ethical standards. This is critical for maintaining high-quality reviews. Communication and reporting. The IRB should have clear communication channels and reporting mechanisms. This includes timely communication with the sponsor, investigator, and regulatory bodies. Effective IRB oversight is not just a regulatory requirement, it is a cornerstone of ethical clinical research. Proper vetting of your IRB helps in protecting participants, enhancing the credibility of your study, and ensuring that your trial results are accepted by the FDA and other regulatory authorities. Furthermore, effective IRB oversight can significantly reduce the risk of product liability lawsuits. For instance, if a clinical trial subject is injured by a drug or device, A well-vetted IRB can demonstrate that thorough reviews and risk mitigation measures were in place, providing a strong defense against liability claims. So let's look at a scenario. A clinical trial sponsor did not properly vet their IRB, which overlooked a critical flaw in the trial design. A participant suffered severe side effects. The sponsor faced a lawsuit for negligence and noncompliance with FDA regulations. This resulted in substantial legal fees, a delay in product approval, and damage to the sponsor's reputation. So what could the sponsor have done differently? The sponsor should have thoroughly vetted the IRB by reviewing their qualifications, experience, and compliance with FDA regulations. Additionally, ensuring the IRB had a robust review process could have identified and addressed the critical design flaw before proceeding. Let's look at another scenario. An IRB with conflicts of interest approved a trial without adequate risk assessment. The trial led to multiple adverse events. The sponsor was subject to regulatory penalties and lawsuits from injured participants. The company had to halt the trial, leading to financial losses and increased scrutiny from regulatory bodies. What could the sponsor have done differently in this scenario? The sponsor should have ensured the IRB had strict conflict of interest policies in place. The sponsor should have verified that IRB members did not have any financial or personal interests in the trial outcomes. These are some tips and examples to keep in mind when vetting your IRB, but always strive to exceed the basic requirements to ensure comprehensive IRB vetting. This concludes our discussion on vetting your IRB. We hope this video has provided you with valuable insights into the importance of IRB oversight and the steps you can take to ensure your IRB is qualified and compliant. Join us for our next video where we will delve into the clinical trial approval process in the UK, how it differs from the FDA approval process, and what US clinical trial sponsors need to be aware of when conducting clinical trials in the UK. Thank you.